Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we are checking out a new hero idle game called ShelterZero. Now this game just officially launched, or soft launched, the end of last week. I'm just getting into it now because I was a little bit busy over the weekend. But anyway, this is a game where you go around, you collect operators, angels, you fight against an evil alien force that's attacking Earth, and you do it all with idle gameplay. Now, I've played a lot of these idle games, and I actually do enjoy them. I think they're kind of a fun little casual game that you can play. But one of the things that really makes those games stand out to me is the amount of depth and character customization or team customization when it comes to collecting heroes, using their different abilities, giving them equipment, kind of progressing them the way that you want. This game, however, I feel like this game doesn't really have the depth that you find in other games. Now, most of the idle gameplay is it's going to be your angel sitting here on this massive turret, destroying and attacking these aliens, these robots, whatever you want to call them. And then when you're ready to take on the next stage, you go ahead and you click on Opord over here, which is like the boss of that stage. If you complete defeating the boss, you'll move on to the next idle stage that your character will automatically start fighting and attacking, gaining rewards and stuff that you'll be able to collect over time. Now let's go ahead and actually talk about the formation in this game. Now you've got your angel here, and then you've got all of your different operators. Now there is a thing called an Animalroid, which if you've ever watched Power Rangers, it's basically like when they combine together and create like the giant robot. And I can't even remember what it's called right now. It's been years since I've watched it. But you could do that in the game. However, I don't actually have one unlocked just yet. You have to eventually unlock one. It's sort of like an ultimate move that you can activate. Now, one of the things I actually don't really particularly like about this game is the game does have really, really beautiful art when it comes to the character designs, but I feel like they're underused when it comes to the actual gameplay and combat. So let's go ahead and jump into the boss stage. And I'll show you what I mean, because you're barely going to see them, like, at all. We're going up against Cannon. Now, you'll see all of my operators here on the side. Once their countdown is over with, they'll activate a skill that's either like a defensive skill, a buff to your attack, a healing ability, and then their art will pop up for like a split second, and that's it. That's pretty much all you're going to see of your operators the entire time you're playing this game, which honestly is kind of sad because they have really great art. It's just you don't really see them that often. And I like it when games allow you to hide the art, like the user interface. You can just take a look at the art itself. You can't do this in this game. In fact, if you're playing on a mobile device, it's kind of hard to see the art itself. But let's go ahead. We're going to jump into another boss encounter for just a second, because there is some manual gameplay that you can engage with when it comes to these. You have this button over here that has a certain amount of ammo. If you click on it, you'll send out missiles that can clear the stage a little bit faster. So let's take out some of these bugs. Here comes another wave. Now I do think this sort of idle gameplay like this is definitely unique compared to other idle games, where you kind of this sort of 3D environment, like bullet hell style, shooting type thing. But again, since it's an idle game, there really isn't a lot of engagement behind it. And most of the engagement, I feel like, for other idle games is being able to see your team of operators or heroes, whatever you want to call them, working together when you barely see them in this game. Like, you hardly ever see the operators, which is honestly kind of sad. But I think the art for these characters look really, really good. You're just not going to see them that often. So, for example, my 5-star here, if I click on it, this is the biggest I'm going to see of the art. And if you're on a mobile device, it's going to be kind of hard to see. I wish there was a way that we could zoom in and take a look at the art for these characters. Then I think that would kind of, help out in the fact that you don't really see them that often. Now, when it comes to the overall, progression for these characters, I feel like it's another really kind of trim-lined version. There's not really a whole lot of depth when it comes to the actual operators themselves. There's sort of a skill tree thing, which I'll get into in just a little bit. But basically, most of the time, what you're going to be doing is you're going to level up your operator. You're going to then go ahead and upgrade them, upgrade their rank. We'll go ahead and use the resources. The rank is now upgraded, and then you're just going to level them up again. Reached highest level. Let's go ahead and upgrade them again, and then do it again. And basically, this is most of the progression that you're going to get in the game. You need upgrade cards in order to do it. And then as you do upgrade the rank of those specific characters, you will unlock operator skills. So this one creates a barrier. Creates a barrier with durability. Chance of activating this after an operator uses one restore skills. Creates another durability barrier. And then the passive ability, party defense plus 280. So yeah, most of like your party stuff that you're going to be doing, your party composition will be based off of the operator skills and how well they kind of help out your angel. It's just the progression for these characters is really, really streamlined. Now there is this ability thing that I haven't really gotten too far into, but it does look like it's going to be a fairly simple, straightforward progression system where you just need certain books or skill books where you can then go ahead and upgrade their abilities. Maybe down the line that gets a little bit more, you know, engaging, but as of right now, it's very, very simple. Now, the other thing is the angels for your game. Now, this is something that I think is kind of ridiculous. Now, there's not a lot of angels. There's like a total of 5, but it costs almost $30 if you're going to want to buy another angel, which is crazy. Also, like, what is up with the physics, okay? Like, if you know what I'm talking about, what is going on with these characters? I don't know. It's it just doesn't make any sense. So those are the angels. Now let's actually talk about the one thing that I do think is kind of interesting is the engine board. This is sort of a skill tree tier system that you can go through. As you get different slots, these different like tokens or engine mountings that you can put into these different things as you go through and you level them up. There are certain ones that can be equipped into certain sections. So the ones with the swords are for basic attack ones. I don't think I can put any in here yet because I have to kind of get my way up. There's ones for damage reduction. You can go through, you can change them if you want to and kind of swap out different ones if you want to replace it. There is a merging system where you could take lower versions of other ones and kind of fuse them together to make stronger versions. So in that regard, there is a little bit of kind of horizontal progression when it comes to your angel itself and kind of customizing your overall skill tree build. But I do kind of like that. It is kind of an interesting little system. Kind of goes on literally forever. I'm just touching the surface of it right now, but I could definitely see this being something that like people that like to min-max in games could be something that they really, really enjoy. So let's go ahead. We're going to end the video off by doing some summons. The game does give you quite a lot of free stuff right off the bat, which I do think is cool, but I'm honestly not really that excited about doing summons because you're not really going to ever really see those operators. So let's go ahead. We're going to do an 11 times summon on the basic one, and then we'll do an advanced one. So see, like, these character designs are actually pretty freaking cool. All right, okay, so there's that, and then let's go ahead and do the advanced one. And maybe we'll get like a 4 or 5 star operator. Look at that, we just got ourselves a 5 star. Like, some of these characters I think look so cool. Like, this evil pirate chick is cool. This, like, scientist girl over here, she's cool. Like, there's some cool characters. Just sad that, like, I feel like they don't really stand out in the terms of actual gameplay. There you guys go, ShelterZero, definitely an interesting idle game. I think you'll probably be more interested in this game if you're really in it to find like a waifu sci-fi game that kind of reminds me a little bit of Honkai Impact in terms of like graphical style, but not like as good looking. But there you guys go, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, a like would be super appreciated. And also don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. Okay friends, I'll see you next time.